What's up? Welcome to Wine School. I'm Mike. With me as always, Eric. Today we got with us Daniel, Brandon. What's up, guys? We're going to explore Old World versus New World. Today's class is brought to you by LABeachfit.com. If you want to get shredded like this, check them out. LABeachfit.com.
Couldn't even say that with a straight face.
This is body by Bordeaux. This is what that is. Yeah. Anyway. All right, so we've got a comparison of Old World to New World today. And so we've talked a little bit at Wine School about what the Old World is and what the New World is. I love what we're about to do. And the reason that I love what we're about to do is this is one of the greatest experiments of Old World versus New World that I know of. Here's the deal. The winery is called Evening Land. And what they did is they bought vineyards in the Willamette Valley, in Sonoma, and in Burgundy. All three places that are absolutely known for just killing it with world-class Pinot Noir. And they make the exact same Pinot Noir, the exact same way, with the exact same barrels, the exact same winemakers. The only thing different is the place. So this is a fantastic expression of terroir. And in this case, what we're going to drink today is the 2011 Amity Hills Pinot, which is from Oregon, and the 2011 Red Burgundy, which is a Premier Cru from Gevrey-Chambertin. So these two wines, once again, same exact wines, grapes, wine style, winemaking, everything, just grown, one in the Old World and one in the New World. So we should expect to see some pretty significant differences between the two, but it will solely be from the terroir. So the one that you guys have in the front is different from the one that you guys have in the back. Okay. So go ahead and let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it and see what we got. God, Pinot is the shit.
I love Pinot. It's nice. I think they taste exactly the same.
You're so bullshit. So here's the question. Which is which and why?
Well,
I think this is the Old World, the one in the back.
The one in the back's the Old World? Why is that?
Because it had the same reaction on the tongue as the other Old World that we just did. So,
You mean the one last week?
the one last week. Yeah, exactly. The one we did last week. Yeah.
It's amazing that you have that kind of memory.
Yes.
And that's
how superior your palate is. That is fantastic. Daniel, you're the man. All right, so let's just think about it logically for a second.
yeah.
What climatically,
Climates, yeah.
what's the
acid,
difference?
right?
Yeah, the acid, right? One of those locations is going to be colder than the other.
Right.
Which one?
Oregon.
Oregon's colder than France?
Maybe not. I don't know.
France,
It's
depending
France.
on the part of France, right? I mean, southern France versus northern France.
Okay, where's Burgundy?
That's pretty much down there in the...
Down there. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
smack down there,
Gevrey-Chambertin actually is towards the top of Burgundy. Burgundy's about in the middle of France. But
Right.
France, on a whole, is probably at the same latitude as like Michigan, right?
Okay, so a lot cooler.
So, well, a higher latitude. Let's take it a different way, and let's think about it from a sunlight perspective.
Right.
Which gets more sun?
Okay.
France or Oregon?
I would guess Oregon, but I don't know.
You would guess Oregon? Yeah, me too. I mean, France tends to be a little bit harder to get ripe. Burgundy in particular, they're worried every year. Are the grapes going to get ripe? And so typically what you'll see with the Burgundy wine, it's going to be perhaps a little bit less fruit and a little more acid than an Oregon Pinot would be. Oregon is going to be a little bit more fruit, probably a little bit less acid. Sonoma, by the way, since it's down in California, is going to be even lower than Oregon.
Would it be a little lighter too? Meaning not
Like in
not
color?
no, just in kind of not as big in
Ah.
because
Well, so Burgundy is there are Burgundies that are so delicate, like the term is the iron fist and the velvet glove, right? They're so delicate, but there's other Burgundies that are really, really robust. And this is the terroir difference from site to site in Burgundy. But one of these glasses of wine is higher in acid. Which one is it?
Number 2. I think.
What was the first one?
You think so?
What do you guys think? You think number 2? You
I'll
think
say
number
number
1?
one.
Dan, you got an opinion?
Tiebreaker.
I think it's number 2.
Number 2? It actually, in my opinion, it's number 1. And actually, the one in the front is the Burgundy. The one in the back is the one from Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yep. But there's no question, these are very different wines, right?
Absolutely.
No question.
Yeah.
I mean, the one in the back, in my opinion, is like peppery and smoky and a lot more fruity. And the one in the front is a little bit more delicate and light.
A lot nicer.
Smoother,
Yeah.
definitely.
Right? I don't know.
Well, if you like a smoother. So for me, I love Burgundy. I think Burgundy is the
this
shit.
is
Like
really
I would drink
nice.
Burgundy, over anything else almost any time of the day. It's a great breakfast wine. It's a great lunch wine. It's a great dinner wine. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the Oregon is delightful, but I would say perhaps I would defer to that more delicate,
I would agree.
that less robust type wine. So going back to our comparisons of Old World to New World, it doesn't get any more controlled than this. Like we could grab random cabs or random Pinots or whatever, but this is the same company, same winemaker. And by the way, so this company right now is owned by the investor in Screaming Eagle and Rajat Par, who's a very famous master sommelier who's written some books and is also pretty well known for wine. So Evening Land, this entire company, they produce some brilliant wines, and this terroir experiment I think is just fantastic.
Nice.
I'm thrilled to death to be able to drink this with
They're
you guys
both
tonight.
really good.
Yeah, they're both delightful,
both
but
nice.
they're totally different.
Totally different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm getting some barnyard on this Oregon one, which I did not get on the Bordeaux.
Barnyard.
And I don't know if that's an Oregon thing or what, but
Kind of like an earthier.
yeah.
Yeah. Is
Right.
that pretty? That's pretty characteristic for Willamette, for Oregon.
So the barnyard, I'm going to give you an enormously
I get the
douchey
barnyard.
wine response, which is that there's a strain of yeast called Brettanomyces that, when it is present in the wine, gives it a little bit of that barnyardy kind of flavor. And there's levels of it. Some wines it's really prominent. Sometimes it's just a little bit. And there's huge arguments about whether it's a bad thing or not. Some people would say, "Oh, I love it. It's fantastic," and other people would be like, "Oh, God, it smells like a horse stall. Like this is bullshit. I'm not drinking this." I personally, I like it up to a point. And then there's that point where it just becomes a little bit too much. And I think in the Oregon Pinot, it's about right. It's perfect. It really lends some character to the wine, and it's really delightful. So, 2011 Evening Land Pinots from Amity Hills and from Burgundy, France. Awesome. Old World versus New World. Check it out. As always, we're going out with 30 Seconds of Craziness. Tonight we've got Nanowar by Nanowar of Steel, and accompanied by our physio stick dancer in the back. Give it up. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.